is going on, guys? My goodness, it's such a beautiful day. Look at this. We just got some rain. The smoke's gone. We got clouds. It's beautiful. It's not too hot, not too cold. I can wear a hoodie again. Woo-hoo-hoo. Oh my gosh, it is such a beautiful day, guys. Yeah, you don't miss an opportunity like this. I have no idea what I'm even going to talk about today, but dude, we are out here riding. It is so beautiful. By the way, guys, I appreciate the support and the kind words and everything that you guys have shown over the past couple years. Has been incredible. Thank you guys very much for being here. And yeah, so I guess I'll start off by saying I got a link tree now. I'm gonna do a little plug for myself. Oh my gosh, we're going into the shadow. Okay, I don't know why that is so cool. The sun's going behind the clouds. We just went into the dark side. Anyways, I got a link tree. It's gonna be linked in the description of this video, and there should also be a link to it on my channel, like actually on the channel. Sorry, in the description of this video, and then on my channel. If I could speak English. Yeah, so that'll link you guys to some of the other things I'm doing. I just want to throw this out there. This winter is the old school RuneScape Leagues. Leagues 4 is a Trailblazer Reloaded. Trailblazer League was like my absolute favorite. I'm a big RuneScape nerd. I love the game. I played it. I've got a max on old school. I got a max on RS3. You know, I played the heck out of that game. And the leagues are just so fun. Yeah, I'm burnt out on the main game, but the leagues are really fun. You got like the boosted experience rates and stuff like that. So, whenever that happens, there's a very good chance that I'm going to be playing that. Also, I guess that Starfield, whatever game from Bethesda came out, at least they have access to the premium peoples, and that looks really fun too. That looks really fun too. So I'm gonna pull up here at the little gas station. I don't know where I was going with that. I'm gonna be coming up here to the little gas station and getting some gas, because apparently I don't have enough. Actually, I do have some, but we're gonna get some gas and then we're gonna go for a ride. And while I'm getting gas, I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna talk about. I'll see you guys in a second. Oh my goodness, guys, this stuff's getting so expensive. Cost me $10.23 for a full tank. Shoot, what are we ever gonna do? All right, so I gave it a little thinking, and I have an idea about what I want to talk about. So this is going to be kind of like marketing stuff. So my idea was I'll talk about scalability, scaling things. And the reason why I want to bring this up is because there's actually a few channels that follow me and watch these videos and interact with me that also produce videos too, and it's really cool because they get they understand. Honestly, they do it better than I do, so you should go watch them instead. But anyways, so the reason why I want to talk about scalability is because YouTube kind of gives us a very unique situation, or very unique foundation to work with. Because when you create something, it's there, it's on your channel forever, right? And this is important. There was a, what is it called? There's an example that I want to share with you guys, and I'm sure everybody's heard this by now. But if you were to take, for example, like 1 million seconds, I believe 1 million seconds is 11 days, just under 12 days, right? And then if you were to then take 1 billion seconds with a B, it comes out to just under 32 years, 31 years. And this is kind of important because It's like, well, shoot, so let's just say you made $1 every second of every day. I mean, honestly, that would be awesome if you made $1 every second non-stop for the rest of your life, right? Yeah. So if you made $1 every second, it would take you 11, almost 12 days to have $1 million. And that's awesome. That sounds great. But then it would take you that 31 to 32 years to have that $1 billion range, which honestly, not that bad. Not that bad if you think about it. But the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because there are companies out there that are worth trillions, like a couple trillion with a T. And 1 trillion is 1,000 times more than a billion. Everybody knows this, right? So it is almost 32,000 years to make that $1 trillion mark. If you were to make $1 every second of every day, 32,000 years. That is a lot. I don't think any of us are going to be alive for 32,000 years to realize that $1 trillion thing. So scalability in regards to this, these, you know, multiple $1 trillion companies, these multiple $1 billion companies, even these multiple $1 million companies, a lot of them are not just doing one thing. And on top of that, most of the things that they are doing are scalable. So what I mean by this is most people right now, most average people, are using this equation where time equals money, right? And for the most part, it's safe. Time equals money is safe, it's secure, and it works. It works for exactly what it's meant to. And I, you know, sure, I don't care if you guys think I'm crazy or whatever, but I sincerely believe that the time equals money equation is set up in our society, especially in this country, to only equal just enough to get by. You know, that's why people say job. You know, the word job means just over broke. You know, it doesn't matter really what you do. I mean, there are some people that do a lot better than others, of course. There's some positions that make a lot more than others, of course. But for the most part, it is just over broke. You're making just enough to survive and not really do much else. And it is safe though, that's a thing. So you can have your car, you can have your house, you can, you know, have food on your table, and you can be safe in knowing that you're gonna continue to have food on your table and things like that. And it's very safe, secure, and you can let your guard down and you can just, you know, relax. But you don't really get much to do anything else other than that. So time equals money is safe and secure, but it is not the answer if you have dreams of doing much better. By the way, guys, oh my gosh, it is so beautiful out here. I can't get over it. It is so beautiful. My goodness gracious me. Mama, those eyes like fire. I'm the winged insect, you're a funeral pyre. Okay, anyways, totally getting distracted. My brain doesn't go in a straight line. So scalability is when you can do something where the service or the time equals money is no longer the equation. You disconnect your time from money. Now you can scale time equals money. For example, I want to be a personal trainer, right? I'm working on that. My exam's coming up here October 1st, and I want to go down that route. So I'm going to use that as an example because that's one that I understand. So as a personal trainer, you can time equals money by working with one client at a time. And then you could do a greater time equals money by working with groups, right? But regardless of what you choose, you are still putting your time into it. And of course, group training is slightly different, because you're responsible for a big group of people rather than just a single person, and it is a lot more difficult to you know, make sure everybody is doing things with a proper like rep range and proper technique and not going to hurt themselves, and you know, and it's a different game. But usually group trainers make more than, you know, one-on-one trainers, unless that one-on-one trainer is fantastic. I was gonna say something else, but fantastic is a great word. But so the group training is like time equals money, but it's better, right? So you can scale up by having multiple clients at the same time. So you're working with more people, you're making more in that same amount of time as you would be doing one-on-one. But then there's YouTube, where or like social media or these other platforms, you know, like franchising. Oh my gosh, franchising is incredible. There's these other forms that you can disconnect time from money, right? For example, you put a little bit of a time investment into, let's say, making a workout video, right? But on YouTube, you make that video and you post it, and obviously the amount of time you put into it, the amount of effort you put into it, you know, will dictate how well it performs. But regardless of how well it is, that will be there forever. And as soon as it's done, it is no longer time equals money. It's sitting there collecting views, collecting revenue, doing whatever, and you're not putting any more time into it, aside from maybe answering comments, you know, changing the description when you start something new. I don't know. But you disconnect it, and that's scalability, because like on YouTube, the scalability is insane, because you can come out here and yes, you can dedicate a lot of time and make a lot of videos and get better at editing and do things like that, which is, you know, something I want to get better at, is editing. I want to get a better lavalier mic so my audio sounds better and things like that. There's all these, you know, time investments involved in making it better. But as you progress and you make more and more and more and more and more content, that's all there, and it's all collecting revenue. It's all advertising your channel. It's all working for you at the same time in the background, where you're not really having to put your time into it anymore. So that's what scalability is. Is like being able to disconnect time from money, and being able to grow it, you know. So these trillion-dollar companies, I'm going to try to backtrack here, they have multiple sources of income. It could be like, you know, selling data. It could be I don't know, there's all sorts of different things that they could be doing, and most of them are scalable, where they can grow it and expand it without, I mean, with an initial time investment, an initial monetary investment. But for the most part, it grows, and it can grow like globally. You know, like you got, you know, Apple, for example, is a multi-trillion dollar. It's like 1.74 trillion, or I don't remember exactly. They're global. They can go everywhere. Everybody knows them. You know, they have scaled up to be global. And they don't only just sell the iPhone or the iPad and stuff like that. They have, you know, streaming services. They've got, you know, data collection and data selling and things like that. There's all sorts of different avenues. They take multiple avenues, and most of them can be scaled up to be global. And that's how you reach that trillion-dollar mark, because you can't just do one thing. 1 second is $1, because again, it would take 32,000 years to make it. So the reason why, I think I recognize that guy. The reason why I feel like I wanted to talk about that is because I do want to encourage people, like if there's something that they really love to do, they should definitely consider, you know, how can I scale it? And the platforms on social media are incredible for scaling up, especially things like TikTok now. I don't like TikTok, but like the ability to reach people on there is insane. You could be like, your bread and butter could be elsewhere, but you could use things like TikTok or things like YouTube or whatever. Even if you don't want to do those primarily, you can use those to bring awareness to what you're doing. So I really do want to encourage people, if they've got something they're passionate about, I don't know, maybe it's art, maybe you like wire wrapping jewelry, because wire wrap jewelry is really beautiful. I personally love it, and it's handmade, you know, things like that. If you can find a way to, I don't know, maybe record the process of making it, make some ASMR wire wrapping videos or something like that. If you can find a way to do that, you can scale up your business so much. So you're not just like selling to your friends and family and co-workers. You could be selling to somebody in another country, you know. And then on top of that, you would be also diversifying, because your social media, the content you create on there to advertise for the actual physical product, will be generating revenue for you too. So then you have like multiple sources of income off of that dream, you know. So I just want to encourage you guys. I was hoping that this video would be kind of encouraging. Like, don't be afraid to take that step. You know, I'm super nervous all the time about coming out here and like making a video, and like, are people gonna like it and things like that. But you know, you'll never know until you try it. And it might be a little bit, you know, you might be nervous the first couple times, but eventually that runs away. And I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, if there's a way that you can benefit from it, try it. You know what I mean? Definitely. So start thinking in terms of like how you can scale up. If like your dream is to make what you're doing really big, you know, global or something like that, you have to start thinking about how you can scale up, you know, using multiple platforms. And the reason is because once you start doing that, you start to disconnect your time from the money that you're making, because time equals money. Again, it works, it's safe. You can always keep that as a foundation. You know, like I come out here and I do this, but I still have my normal 40-hour-a-week job. You know, it's a good foundation, it's a good safety net. But you can use your free time to like learn how to scale up your... That guy is totally going on a red light. Let him back up here. But anyways, yeah, you guys get what I'm saying. You already know where we're going. We're going to the gym. Thank you guys for being here, and I hope I didn't like completely bore you guys to death. But like, seriously, if there's something that you guys want to accomplish, just go for it. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Who cares if people don't like it, you know, right away? Because, you know, it's funny. When you start working on something, everybody always kind of looks at you like, what the heck are you doing? Like, you know, I come out here and I talk to myself behind a camera on my motorcycle about random things that most likely a lot of people don't really care about. And some people will look and say, why do you waste your time doing that? And people are always like that. They're always going to be like that. They're going to wonder, why are you doing that? But I can guarantee you, the day that they look and say, oh my gosh, they're successful, that script is going to change completely. And then all of a sudden they're going to want to be your best friend. You know what I mean? So at the beginning, just expect that people aren't going to quite understand. But who cares? And that's why, okay, so next time, by the way, I'm just going to throw this out there. My next video, I want to talk about anonymity, whatever that word is, staying anonymous and working in silence, and why that's important. Okay, yeah, it's really cool. That's going to be my next one, so stay tuned with that for that. Working in silence is super important. You know, what you got to do is be quiet in the process and let the results speak for themselves. Okay, but that's coming up next. So this one I feel like was all over the place, as always, but I don't care. I just went and saw Mitchell Tenpenny yesterday at the Brit. It was pretty cool. It was a cool concert. My first ever concert. That was fun. That was fun. It was definitely outside my comfort zone. Had to go use the restroom and was very, very surprised with how real it is where people do things at the freaking concerts. I was not expecting it. Eye opener. Anyways, so you guys, thanks for being here. Like I said at the beginning, if you haven't quite yet subscribed, maybe consider it. I would appreciate it. I'm gonna try to do my best to kind of gear more towards being encouraging for people who like might not have yet discovered what they want to do, or don't have like the courage to start. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. But anyways, yeah, so that's kind of what I want to like aim this towards. I want to keep doing my motorcycle stuff, my car stuff. Probably this channel is just gonna be like cars and motorcycles, but I do always want to try to be encouraging towards you guys. So if you guys find that useful or helpful or anything, then throw me a thumbs up and subscribe. Anyways, that's it. See you guys.